Hello dear students, how are you all? In our last video, we have started with chapter number 10, friction, in which we studied about what is friction. Friction is a force that will always opposes the motion of the body. We also discussed the various types of friction, that is static friction, sliding friction, rolling friction and fluid friction. We studied about various factors affecting friction. First, the nature of the surface, that is, a rough surface will always increase the friction, and second, the weight of the body. More the weight of the body, more will be the friction. Now, as friction always opposes the motion of the bodies, sometimes it becomes necessary to reduce the friction. So, we will study about various ways of reducing friction. So, first we have studied that rougher surface increases the friction because rough surface will have more grooves in it, and these grooves will more be entangled within each other and thus will cause more friction. So if we reduce this surface, if we reduce the roughness of the surface, that is, if we make the surface smoother, so it will reduce the friction. So we can make the surface smoother by polishing the surface or by oiling it. Oiling the surface is also called as lubrication. Okay, so polishing, it smoothens the surface and thus reduces the friction. Lubrication, that is oiling the surfaces, it can be done with graphite, oil or grease. You sometimes have washed, if you are having a channel gate made up of iron at your home, your father put oil or grease in that so that it works smoothly. So oiling and greasing smoothens the surface so that it can move properly, and it moves properly because the friction between them is reduced. Also, when some machine parts or when a vehicle does not move properly, sometimes the machine parts makes lot of noise. So what we do is we oil it, we apply grease to it. Why? So that it smoothens the two surfaces in contact and thus it reduces the friction and the machine works properly. So oiling and polishing are some ways to reduce friction. Next is streamlining the body. As we discussed in fluid friction, streamlined shape reduces the friction. Streamlined shape is a shape that the birds, aeroplanes, ships are having, that is broader in the front and narrower at the bottom. This helps to reducing the friction. That's why aeroplanes, ships are designed so, because this streamlined shape reduces the friction which is caused due to air and water, and thus the ship and aeroplanes moves smoothly. The next way given in your book is using anti-friction alloys. Alloys, we have studied what are alloys. We have studied in metals and non-metals chapter that when two or more metals are mixed together, it forms a new metal, that is alloy, which will have a different property. So alloys are made to get the desired properties out of a metal. So using anti-friction alloys, when we see that steel slides over steel, it causes more friction when a steel slides over a bronze. Bronze is an alloy which is made up of using two metals. So when this anti-friction alloy, that is bronze, it is used to slide over a steel, it causes less friction than when steel slides over steel. Next is using ball bearings. Now you have marbles that you play with, green color marbles. If you scatter the marbles over the floor and if you try to walk over the marbles, what will happen? You will not be able to walk and you will slip and fall. Why? Because marbles are circular in shape and they will cause rolling friction, and rolling friction is much lesser, due to which friction will be much lesser and you will fall off. Okay, so This concept is used to make ball bearings. Ball bearings are circular in shape and they are fitted in between two surfaces of machine to reduce the friction. How they reduce the friction? They convert the sliding surface, they convert the sliding friction into rolling friction. Earlier we have machines in which two surfaces are in contact with each other, they will cause sliding friction. Sliding friction we have studied, it is more than a rolling friction. So in order to reduce friction, we have to convert this sliding friction into rolling friction. And how we can convert this? We can convert this by placing circular ball bearings between the two surfaces that slide over each other. So now when they will slide over each other, they will slide through the ball bearing. So now the sliding friction will be converted into a rolling friction and thus friction will be reduced. So this concept is used in machines. One more way to reduce friction in your book it is given, that is using air cushion. Friction can be reduced by maintaining a thin cushion of compressed air between the two surfaces that are in contact with each other, and this is called as air cushion. There are air cushion vehicles or hovercraft that works on this principle. See children, this is the streamlined shape of aeroplane, car, which help them to reduce friction and move freely. This is oiling and polishing the surface. These are the circular ball bearings that we place in between the machines, and this is the oiling or lubrication that we do to reduce friction. Now children, friction is not always harmful. It is sometimes necessary also. So there are some cases in which we have to increase the friction. Now vehicles move on the road smoothly because of this friction only. So there are some ways how we can increase friction. First is treading of tires. If you see tire, if you note it carefully, you will not see a smooth surface of tire. Tire does not have a plain or a smooth surface. Tires have grooves, ridges in between them. Why? These grooves are there in the surface of tire in order to increase the roughness of tire surface. So if the tire surface is rougher, it will cause more friction, and this rough surface will have a tight grip on the road, and this will prevent tires from slipping off on the wet floor during rainy season, and thus will help the vehicle to move smoothly over the surface of the road. Next is to walk easily on ground. In rainy season, sand and gravel is placed. This is also because it lessens the smoothen surface of the ground and it increases the roughness. Sand and gravel increases the roughness of the ground, which increases the friction and prevent us from slipping during the rainy season. Now athletes who have to run very fast on the ground, they have to have a firm grip on the ground so that they do not fall off. So for the athletes and players, special shoes are designed which helps them to get a firm grip on the ground. How? In the soles of these shoes, spikes are provided to have a firm grip on the ground, and these spike increases the roughness of the surface of the shoe and thus help to get a firm grip on the ground. Similarly, gymnasts apply a coarse substance, that is a rough substance, on their hands to improve their grip, because gymnasts also have to do particular exercises using different kinds of instruments. See here, these are the spikes given in the shoes of athletes. These are the grooves on the tire surface. This is the coarse substance applied by gymnasts, and these are the sands and gravel. All these things are increasing the roughness of the surface and thus increasing friction. On the other hand, when we want to reduce friction, what we do is we try to make the surface smoother by oiling it, polishing it, converting a sliding friction into rolling friction. So keep in mind, whenever we have to reduce friction, we try to smoothen the two surfaces in contact, and when we have to increase friction, we try to roughen the surface in contact. Okay. Now children, friction is said as a necessary evil. That means friction is not always harmful. Friction has its advantages as well as disadvantages. There are many things around us which are not possible in the absence of friction. So we can say friction is very useful to us. So let's see the advantages of friction. First is, because of friction it is easy for us to walk. Why? Because the surface of our foot or the sole of our shoe, because of friction, help us to have a firm grip over the ground, and thus we walk easily over the ground. You might have seen, if your foot falls over a banana peel or on a slippery wet surface, what happens? You slip off and fall. This is because banana peel or a wet surface decreases the friction by smoothing the surface in contact, and thus it reduces the friction and you fall off. So friction is very necessary for us to walk on the ground. Brakes in vehicles helps to stop because of friction only. See, friction help us to write and walk. So you write on the paper because of friction only. So there is a friction developed when you move over your nib of pen or pencil over a paper. It creates a friction between the two surfaces, and this friction only helps you to write over a paper. You might have felt that when you try to write on a oily paper or sticky paper, what happens? Your pen slips. Okay, the nib of your pen slips and you are not able to write on that surface. Why? Because it is not creating friction. That oily surface have smoothened the surface of the paper, due to which the nib of your pen slips off and you are unable to write. So we write on the paper because of this friction only. Friction produces heat. So when you light a matchstick, it is possible because of a friction only. When you rub the matchstick over the surface of the matchbox, what happens? It generates friction and it generates heat. So friction produces heat. That is why you might have felt that when you rub your two palms together daily in the morning, when you do this exercise, when you rub your two palms together, what happens? You will feel them warmer. Why? Because rubbing your two palms has generated heat due to friction. Wood can be cut because of friction between the axe and the wood. Similarly, there are many small jobs that we are able to do because of friction only. That is opening lids of bottles and caps of pen, etc. So you might have noticed that with oily hands or with wet hands, you are unable to open the lid of your bottle or cap of your pen. Why? Because when you try to open them, what happens? This oiliness has smoothened your surface of your hand, and because of which your hand slips over the surface of cap of the bottle and you are unable to open the cap of the bottle. So opening caps of bottles are similarly, there are many such small jobs that you are able to do because of friction only. So friction has its own advantages also. So we can say that friction is also very useful to us. Now, as we said that friction is a necessary evil. So why we have referred friction as evil? This is because friction has its disadvantages also. So let's see disadvantages of friction. It causes wastage of energy because any object that moves has to overcome the force of friction. That is, if we have to move any object, we have to overcome the force. We have to apply a force that will be greater than the frictional force. So there is wastage of energy. Second, the soles of our shoes wear out in few months due to friction. So when we buy a new shoes, we can see the soles are very nice, but as we use them continuously, due to rubbing with the ground, the soles wear out gradually, and this is because of friction only. Now, as we have seen, friction generates heat. So sometimes this can be harmful. The heat produced in a fast moving machine is very high. Proper arrangement should be made to cool the machine, otherwise it can get damaged. So different machine parts, when they continuous work, because of friction, heat is generated, and due to which the machine is we feel machine warmer. You might have noticed, like a mixer grinder, if you work on mixer grinder, after working, if you touch the mixer grinder, what you will see, you will feel that the mixer grinder has generated heat, because of which it has become warm. So friction generates heat, and due to heat, the engine of cars and other machines sometimes become very hot, which can damage them. See here children, these are the soles of our shoes which have damaged due to friction. So friction has its own disadvantages as well. So children, with this we have finished our chapter. I request all of you to go through the chapter, give it a reading, and if you have any doubt, you are free to ask in the comment section. I hope you all have understood the chapter. In our next video, I will share with you the exercises of this chapter. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.